interesting. So this is for the Founder Culture community. I'm here with Maria. Maria, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Maria Constantine. I'm the head of educational partnerships at a company called MindMaven. We work with executives and leaders who want to be more proactive, have more time for relationships and things that matter most in life, but they just don't quite know how because they're constantly like treading water, it seems like. So that's kind of a little bit about us.
And I was introduced to you in MindMaven through Ted from SVB. So I guess the CEO and the founder of MindMaven is Patrick. And I don't know Patrick, but it sounds like from what Ted said, he said MindMaven coaches CEOs and leaders at companies like Thumbtack, Reddit, as well as heavy hitters like Sequoia Capital, A16Z, Benchmark, First Round. And it sounds like MindMaven has worked with SVB for a long time. So at any rate, lots of trust in the referral here, and it sounds like MindMaven really unlocks the power of CEOs. And you were telling me before we started this video about how you really help scaling CEOs who have EAs learn to work with their EAs more effectively, and you even train the EAs. Can you talk about that for a minute? That was really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So in our coaching model, we obviously give time to the CEO, and we have really powerful sessions where our coaches work one-on-one with the folks that are looking for this kind of support. But what sets us apart from other coaching organizations is that we give unlimited amount of time to the CEO's executive assistant or chief of staff. A lot of what we do is helping CEOs get leverage into the office of the CEO, right? We always joke that the CEO is always really good at delegating jobs until, of course, you're left with the one job you can't delegate, which is the CEO's job, right? You can't delegate the job of the CEO. So what do you do when your company is growing? Most CEOs reach out to a chief of staff or executive assistant, but then they have expectations for these folks to be kind of like unicorns, to do it all and read their mind. And they don't exactly know how to train an EA or chief of staff to do that kind of work. So that's where our specialty comes in. We don't just work with the CEOs or leaders, but we work with their executives to build systems so that relationship can feel like you found a unicorn.
That's awesome. And so that's a really great model. It sounds like it's pretty evolved. But the thing that's specifically also interesting for founder culture, because many founders in founder culture, they don't have EAs yet, is this idea of this kind of group coaching program that you're about to launch. So if I'm a founder in founder culture without an EA, at least not yet because I'm an earlier stage founder, it sounds like I might still be able to get value from the kinds of one-on-one coaching that you've been doing with these scaling founders. So what does this program look like, and when is it going to be available, and what should founders know about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we work, like I said, with those executive assistants and chief of staffs, and all of that is a really powerful model. But we found that our content is relevant and actually very desirable to folks who aren't yet working with an assistant. So we work with these ideas of superpowers, actually. So we believe that for a CEO to succeed, there's actually three things they need, three superpowers: leverage, intent, and fellowship. Even if you're not working with an EA or chief of staff, we can help train CEOs and leaders to figure out how to get leverage into their work, how to be more effective, how to use tools to increase your efficiency. With intent, we help leaders learn more about being a proactive leader rather than a reactive leader. A lot of that is just mindset, changing your mindset around what really moves the needle forward most. So then the last one is fellowship, and that's all about teaching leaders how to build relationships, whether it's with professional clients, whether it's with team members, whoever you're interacting with. How do you build those relationships into really like a tribe, and to create these irrationally loyal people around you? When opportunities come to them, they think of you and want to pass it to you. So we teach the skills of how you can create those amazing relationships as well. So all of that we call it our LIFT framework, leverage, intent, fellowship, which all leads to true greatness. That framework is something that we're going to be teaching in a cohort-style program, actually through this website that's being launched called Maven.com. If anyone has heard of it yet, you can definitely check it out. There's a few early launch sessions on there now, but we're going to be part of kind of their inaugural courses that are going to be offered on that website. So it's going to be through Maven.com, but it's going to be with our coaches teaching this framework that we've seen really transform so many lives of CEOs and leaders that we've worked with.
Awesome. And this is something that you're still working out the pricing for, it sounds like, but we talked about doing some special FounderCulture, founder early sign up type pricing. So it sounds like you're going to get back to us with that. And so great. If a founder wants to do this, what's the best way for them to sign up? Is there a sign up link, or should they contact you, or what do you recommend?
Yeah, we've got a type form for folks that are interested. That's something that I'll provide for you, Radio, so that you can get it to the group. But it's really simple, and we do have a little bit of an application process, just because we want to make sure that it's relevant to you, even if this sounds really exciting. If it's not exactly relevant to where you're at, it won't be valuable. And we're not interested in just selling seats. We really want to make sure that this is getting to the folks and that will find it really transformative. So there's a little bit of an application process, just because if you fill in the form, it doesn't automatically mean you're in, but you'll hear back from us by filling in that form. So that's the best place to start.
Awesome. Well, we talked earlier about helping founders not step on landmines as they're crossing the startup DMZ.
Yes.
And these are the types of things that absolutely, I think, help founders navigate much more effectively. So thank you so much for supporting founders. It sounds like you're as passionate about it as Sue and I are. So really appreciate it. Anything else that you want to say before I turn it off?
Can I give a little plug? If you guys want to check out more of what MindMaven does, we do have a blog, mindmaven.com/blog. You can check out a little bit of these ideas that we've been talking about for the last 12 years or so. So there's some really great content in our website if you want a little bit more about us before making the jump to do something like this with us.
Awesome. Okay, I will put the blog URL in the KB article. And thank you so much for explaining what you're up to. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
You bet.